good, y'all? I hope you're having a great day, a good week. Man, this video right here, I'm about to go in on this video because it's something I've been seeing a lot. It's something that I feel like I need to speak on because I've personally experienced it. And I know some of y'all who's watching this has probably experienced this too, if not experiencing it right now. But by the title of the video, like I said, man, I just want to talk about if you're feeling behind in life. I used to feel behind that life. I still do at moments. That's one of the reasons why I had to get rid of social media, just because at times I was comparing my life and feeling like other people's lives were better than mine. I felt like, I wasn't doing enough, even though I was. I had to have friends and people tell me, who were close to me, tell me like, look how far I've come. And I really had to like take a step back and see how much progress, how much stride I've made in life, and, give myself grace for everything that I've accomplished up until this point. I'm here to tell you right now, like, you are not behind in life, okay? If you think so, then you really gotta ask yourself why you feel this way. Are you comparing yourself to other people? Are you, seeing them get things that you want in this life and feel like you deserve as well? But what is the actual reason why you feel behind? And if you do still feel behind, just take a step back like me and really think about where you're at now and then where you were a year ago, and look how far you've come, and look all the things that you wanted up until that point. See if you've actually gotten those things. I'm pretty sure you have, because most of the things that I've wanted in this life, I've gotten. Like I said, it's never been on my time, it's always been on God's time, and that's what's crazy. Like, his timing is always, at the most random times. I feel like we still have to put in the work. I feel like we can't just sit here and expect for blessings to happen to us. We really got to put in the work. We really got to, attack little by little, day by day, to get those blessings that we want. It doesn't even have to be like material things. I feel like too many of us care about, wanting to receive material things because what they offer or what they stand for, you know what I mean? Those don't really stand for much. If you're feeling like you're behind the life because you don't got that brand new BMW, or you don't got $1 million in your account, or you don't have that big mansion, you haven't been on vacation in a while, it's like, it's all right. Like, everybody's time is gonna come. Everybody in this world starts at different times. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in this world starts at different places. We all are elevating at different speeds. Everybody's, not everybody can go at the same pace. You know what I mean? We're all running our own race. And that's why they say it's a marathon, not a sprint. All right, I feel like too many of us are trying to sprint to the finish line to get whatever we want in life. And when it's not getting there, we have obstacles in our way, and you feel like the other person next to you is just coasting on through. We start to get down on ourselves. Just worry about what you have going on. Don't worry about the next person. Don't worry about anybody. Don't worry about your friend group, who got what, who doesn't have this. Like, just worry about what you have going on in your life. Control what only you can control. I promise you, if you start having that mindset, you won't feel so far behind in life. Another thing that I want to say is really just take the time and effort to invest in yourself. Whatever it is that you want to accomplish for you, do it. You have a limited amount of resources where you can do anything that you want in this world, and be proud of what you do. All right, you don't have to go off of wanting to do something because this person did it or that person did it. Do it because you want to do it. Invest in yourself. Don't worry about trying to compete with other people, because you're gonna always feel like you're behind. You're always gonna feel like you're not doing good enough, and then that's gonna cause you to overwork, if anything, and burn out, and then be even more disappointed because you feel like you're putting in all this work, but it's still leading to no results. You just gotta keep pushing through. You gotta keep fighting. You gotta keep trying, man. I always say, like, there's always gonna be people that are doing better than us, and they're always gonna be doing better than other people. Even I take for YouTube, for example. I just started YouTube, and there's billions of people who are on YouTube who are doing so much better than me. But then I look at certain people's pages, if they come up, and I'm just like, all right, well, they started at this point, we started at the same time, like, my page is doing a little bit better than theirs. That's not to say I feel like I'm better than them, but it's like everybody's race is different. Everybody goes at their own pace, and it's like you cannot get caught up in feeling like you got to compete with the other person, man. The only competition you should be is with yourself. Compete with yourself. Prove yourself wrong. Don't do certain things to prove other people wrong. We also get this huge dopamine effect, and that's another thing I'll bring into when we start setting large expectations and writing down these crazy goals that we want to accomplish in a certain time frame, a certain time period. Let go of that timeline. All right, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with putting goals down and small goals, like working towards something bigger. But don't just say you want to make $1 million in 2 weeks, because I promise you, you're gonna get that huge dopamine effect thinking about what will happen if you were to make that money in that short amount of time. And if by some reason it doesn't happen, you're gonna feel that dopamine effect come back down, and you're gonna feel again that you're not good enough, that you didn't do enough. And then it's just gonna lead you into a state of depression. It's gonna lead you to feel like you're just losing in life, and that's not the case. Set goals for yourself. I'm not saying don't set goals, but set goals that you know you can accomplish and feel good about when you do accomplish them. Whether that's weekly goals, monthly goals, quarterly goals, whatever it is, set goals for yourself that are actually attainable, and then everything else will fall into place. If we start setting goals for ourselves that we know in our heads that are very hard to attain in a short amount of time, that we all want to attain it because we all want things right away. We all want that instant gratification. We all want those things that just come right now. We don't want to put in the true work for it. We get upset over it, and it just, it's not healthy. So set goals for yourself that are reachable goals, and you'll feel a lot better by yourself. You'll start to see the progress. You'll start to see yourself grow. You'll start to take a step back and be like, wow, I can't believe, even if it's only been a week, think about how much progress you've made in a week. All right, for some people, and I always use the gym as an example because it's a perfect way to set goals for yourself. If you go to the gym 3 days a week, start setting the goals to go 4 days a week, and just set that goal for the week, just to go 4 days that week. And then once that week's over, you'll see, oh my God, I was able to do it, and you'll feel good about yourself. But if you set a goal to go 7 days a week at 4 a.m., those 7 days, and you're not able to go, let's say 3 out of those 4 days at that time, you're not gonna feel as good about it as you would if you were to go, 4 days a week. Set smaller goals that you can attain, that are actually doable. I'm not saying don't reach for the stars, don't shoot for the stars, because, miracles do happen. But miracles are very, very, very unlikely. God ain't just throwing miracles here and there. He's got to see you putting the work for it. He's got to know that, you have a true meaning behind why you're doing these things. He knows your heart. He knows everybody's heart. He knows why you do the things that you do. If you don't have good intentions for why you want to do certain things, the blessings that you want are not going to come. So take a step back and ask yourself why you want to do these things. Why do you want to attain what you want to attain? Why do you want these goals to happen in your life? Why do you want to start that business? Why do you want to make this amount of money? Like, ask yourself these questions before you just start setting these goals and these expectations. Because if you can't ask yourself and give yourself an honest answer of why you truly want it, then it's probably not going to come into your life, and it's probably not going to happen for you. You know what I mean? God knows everything that you want in your heart and what your heart desires. If you don't take a step back and really just be honest about why you want these things, it's gonna be hard for those to happen, and then you're gonna feel behind in life. But if you have good intentions, you've been striving for this for however long, your time's gonna come, all right? Because when we do get those things that we want, how do we feel when we get those things that we want? We feel good. We feel real good that we accomplished it. We feel real good that we were blessed with it. But we gotta keep going. We gotta keep trying to do better. Don't get down on yourself if the blessings aren't coming when you want them to. They're always gonna come when you least expect it, but you gotta put in the work for it. But we gotta stop feeling like we're behind in life, because everybody's running their own race. Everybody's getting things at different times. Because you both started at the same point, and some point elevated a little bit more than you, doesn't mean you're behind in life. Don't let society tell you that you gotta be married by 30, have kids by 30, be a millionaire by 28. Like, stop letting all these people tell you what you should do with your life and when you should do it. Everybody is different, all right? I used to think that I had to be making 6 figures by the time I was 25, yet I was only out of college for 2-3 years. That's very unlikely that I was gonna be making 6 figures, but because I was told, like, you won't be anything if you're not making this amount of money, if you're not driving this car, if you don't have your life together. It's like everybody matures, everybody's life is different, everybody goes through different things. Not everybody has the same upbringing. Some people have to work twice as hard to get what they want. For someone who doesn't have to work twice as hard, it's like you don't actually really know somebody's story. So if you see these people with the things that you want, don't just assume they got it overnight. You don't know their story, they don't know your story. But you can still write your story. You can for sure still write your story and get everything that you want in life. It may not happen right away, but if you keep working towards it and you have good intentions behind why you want these things and why you want what you want out of your life, anything can happen to you. And you won't feel so behind in life anymore. But just in general, stop feeling like you're behind in life. You're right where you're supposed to be. God has you exactly where you're supposed to be, and He's blessing you. He's doing the work, stuff that you can't even see that's coming your way. He's blessing you, and it's coming very soon, I promise you. We just gotta stay focused. Stay on the path, stay on your goals, all right? And don't get disappointed when they don't happen when you want them to, all right? God's working in your favor always. He's working in all our favors. He knows what we truly want, and he's working so we can get those things. But if we're not actually ready to receive those blessings and those things that we want, then we just have to keep putting in more work and trust that all the things that we want will happen. Don't feel like you're behind in life. Don't feel like you're not good enough compared to the next person, all right? Stop comparing yourself to other people. Just focus on what you got going on, and everything will work out. Like I said, we're all human. We all feel like we're behind in life, but that's because we're letting society tell us what it is that we have to accomplish at certain ages, at certain points in our lives. Don't listen to anybody but yourself and God. That's all I want to speak on this. We're all going to make it. We're all going to be successful. If we're not already successful in our own way, we're all going to get what we want out of this life. All right? So stay focused, stay blessed.
Stay blessed. Hey.